It's the festive season and the season for giving gifts. And what better gift to give than a DIY handmade gift from the heart, like this DIY braai rack. It's so easy to do. I actually made it from this one piece of timber, 22 by 94, 3 meters in length, and builders cut it for me. They cut it into 3 790mm length boards as well as 2 300mm lengths. I'm also going to be making use of Fired Earth black chalk paint, a clear sealant spray, 3 doorknobs, string, as well as an alphabet stencil, some 35mm cut screws, wood glue, and a Fired Earth wood stain in the color white. And of course, don't forget your 3-piece braai set. And the tools that you'll need: a sponge roller tray set, a 25mm paintbrush, a pencil and measuring tape, a power drill with a 4mm wood drill bit, a sander with a sanding disc, and some scissors. Before we assemble the wood pieces and the structure of this project together, I like to sand all these pieces of wood beforehand, smooth out the surface and the edges. I'm going to use the sander here with a 120 grit sanding disc. Alright, these pieces are beautifully prepped, they're all smooth, I'm happy with how it's looking. And just give it a wipe down to get rid of any dust. Now the next step, before assembly, I like to stain these wood pieces as they are, because that'll help avoid those hard to reach places when the project is assembled, you know? So we can do it all in one shot with the sponge roller set. Remember to give it a good shake and pour a little bit into your tray. I've just finished staining the wood and I really like the way it's looking. I applied 2 coats because I like the grain of the wood to shine through and it gives it a whitewash look. So it's time for the assembly. These are the backing boards, right, that hold your pieces of wood together. So what I'm going to do is take the middle one out over here. I'll get back to that later. I'm going to square this off for easy measuring and placement. Check that it's flush. Happy with that, and on the other side. What we're going to do is I'm going to mark where I'm going to drill some pilot holes, and I'm going to grab my scrap piece of wood. Always use a scrap piece of wood. And the drill bit is already inserted in my drill. It's a 4mm wood drill bit. Okay, so I've placed my wood pieces back into the position and I'm going to apply some wood glue. It just makes the project that much stronger. Couple of wood screws and drive in the wood screw, and repeat the same for the other side. Okay, so the structure's looking great. I like the way it's looking. All that's left for me to do is to add the middle piece, but just I want to remind you that this is actually the back of the project and this is the front of the project. So all that's left for me to do is insert the middle piece of wood over here, eyeball it, see if it's equal spacing all the way through the project. Pretty even for me. So I'm going to make a pilot hole again with this piece of wood lying flat in the middle, and then I'm going to drive in the wood screw. Okay guys, so the pilot holes are done, and remember, before you attach the final wood screws, always add a little bit of wood glue. Now we are going to place these doorknobs, which act as the hanging mechanism of this braai rack. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it just under this crossbar at the back over here, because the length of our braai utensils will be more or less over there. So mark the center point of each slat. Now with those marked, I can drill the hole and then attach the screws from the other side. And now it's time for some fun with the stenciling. I'm going to be using black chalk paint, and I'm going to keep a dry brush because that's always great, and I'm going to use very, very light stippling motions to get the letter imprinted onto the project. It's a good idea to maybe not use contact adhesive with this type of stenciling because you're doing a letter at a time and moving through the letters that are on the stencil. And don't forget to spray your lettering. Oh, now doesn't that DIY homemade gift just look so much more impressive? And Braai Master it is. Give it to someone that's really special to you and they can see you went through a lot of effort to give them a gift this festive season. If you found this DIY helpful and inspiring, please like and give it the thumbs up and share it with all your friends. Also, you can subscribe to our Builders Fan YouTube channel for more DIYs like this and great product reviews.